Ex PA drags Aisha Buhari to court, demands 100 million naira compensation. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. A former personal assistant to the First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, has dragged her former boss to court for adopting and assaulting her in the presidential villa. Zainab served the First Lady for 4 years, from June 2015 to September 2019, and was later appointed as special assistant to the president in the office of the First Lady from September 2019 to February 2022, when she was disengaged. In a statement signed by her lawyer Deji Ajare, Kasim said she was abducted by State Security Service (SSS) personnel and taken to the presidential villa, where she was beaten by the First Lady. Kasim is demanding damages in the sum of 100 million naira and return of a seized Note 20 Ultra mobile phone. On 18 November 2022, acting on the orders of Mrs. Aisha Buhari, DSS officers abducted Mrs. Zainab and took her to the presidential villa, where she was severely assaulted, dehumanized and abused by the First Lady herself and officers of the DSS and police on unsubstantiated accusations of deleting the First Lady's post on social media. The statement said, Mrs. Zainab was eventually detained in very horrible conditions for 4 days, and she was denied access to her family, lawyers, and to her medications, even though she informed them that she was hypertensive. In the course of her incarceration, she fainted and had to be rushed to the hospital for medical treatment. Even after her release, persons acting on behalf of the First Lady have continued to threaten and harass Mrs. Zainab not to attempt to seek redress in court over the breach of her rights by the First Lady, it added. The statement said Mrs. had filed a fundamental rights enforcement suit against Mrs. Buhari, the Director General of SSS, and the Inspector General of Police at the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Mrs. Kasim's prayers are as follows: a declaration that the adoption, arrest, and detention of the applicant between 18th of November 2022 and 22nd of November 2022, and the threat to further arrest and detain the applicant by agents of the second and third respondent on the orders and directives of the first respondent without any order of courts is unconstitutional, unlawful, illegal, null, void, and constitutes a violation of our rights to personal liberty and freedom of movement. A declaration that the torture, brutalization, and dehumanization of the applicant by the first respondent and agents of the second and third respondent on 18th of November 2022 is unconstitutional, unlawful, illegal, and constitutes a violation of our rights to dignity of human person. A declaration that the threats by the agents of the second and third respondents to the applicant of further adoption, arrest, detention, and assassination of the applicant if she brings any claims for fundamental rights enforcement against the respondents is unconstitutional, unlawful, illegal, constitutes torture, and a violation of our rights to life, fair hearing, and dignity of human person. An order restraining the respondents, either by themselves or their agents or subordinates, from further adopting, arresting, detaining, torturing, or threatening to abduct, arrest, detain, or assassinate the applicant, or otherwise violating the fundamental rights of the applicant. An order directing the second respondent to release the applicant's Note 20 Ultra mobile phone to her immediately. Damages jointly and severally against the respondent and the sum of 100 million naira only. So, this is the shocking news we are just hearing about the former PA, who later became the senior special advisor to the First Lady of Nigeria and has worked for her from 2015 to 2019 as a PA, and from 2019 to 2022 when her services were disengaged on different allegations of deleting the First Lady's post on social media. This report said the woman, Zainab was beaten, tortured for 4 days without access to her lawyers, her family members, and also seizing of her Note 20 phone and all of that. So she said there's been a threat to her life, though she's been released, but there's a threat to her life, not to come out to seek any form of, charges against the First Lady for this. This is quite shocking actually, because, there was an incident that happened about a month or two ago where a young man who referred to the First Lady as having chopped Nigeria's money, he made the tweet on Twitter, and they said he was arrested, he was beaten, and somebody alleged, one of the popular journalists alleged that, I think Jaffa, that the First Lady was so pissed off that when the security personnel were beating the guy, that she joined them using her leg to kick him. And while doing this, she fell and she was taken to Cedar Hospital in Abuja. And because of the public outcry, the parents of the boy were constantly out there to speak about it. The boy was eventually released in fearful conditions, as people said. Now, could this be very correct that this woman was treated as such? This is already, a case that has been taken to court. So we'll wait for, of course, the First Lady's spokesperson to speak about it. And because the office of the First Lady does not enjoy any kind of immunity clause, it's only for the president and elected officers. So let's wait and see. We just hope that this story is not true, because it is going to give the PR image of the First Lady a dent somehow. What's your opinion on this? Everybody has the right to fundamental human rights and also freedom of movement. And should any case the lady, the PA or whatever has done something wrong, I think it should be done in a legal manner. Maybe be reported to the police, an investigation should be carried out, and it should be spelled out in black and white to avoid these kind of public, issues, because it's already on social media. And honestly, we are hoping and waiting that we are going to get an update from the office of the First Lady of Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To our new subscribers, thank you for joining. And to our existing subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. Like I always say, may God bless our dear country, Nigeria. See you in the next news. Bye for now.